point before success. You have journeyed far, not just in miles or years, but in consciousness, through valleys of uncertainty, mountains of resistance, and oceans of delay. And now, though the world around you may still appear unchanged, you stand at the very edge of transformation, the final stretch. The place where most turn back not because they are weak, but because they mistake the silence for failure, the stillness for abandonment. But I tell you, this is the moment to keep going. For your vision, your sacred inner knowing, is not a fantasy or a fluke. It is your truth, and the universe, which is none other than yourself, pushed out, is arranging the pieces in perfect alignment to fulfill it. The world is but a mirror, and what you impress upon your inner self must reflect without. There is no power outside of you that decides whether you succeed or fail. You are the operant power. You are the cause of your experience, the artist of your reality, the dreamer in whose imagination all things come to life. Why people quit too soon. But in the final stretch, when the senses scream that nothing is changing, that's when the imagination must become sovereign. That's when faith, true faith, must override every appearance. Feel it now. The weight of your vision, not as a burden, but as a promise, a covenant between you and the higher dimension of yourself. What you see with the eyes of imagination is more real than what you see with the eyes of the body, because the physical is delayed confirmation. It is the shadow of what you've already accepted within. So if you can hold the image, if you can persist in the assumption, if you can refuse to react to the world of effects and instead act from your inner conviction, the world must bow. Do not look to time as your master. Time is your servant. What seems delayed is only being prepared. What seems absent is merely hidden in a higher layer of reality, awaiting your unwavering recognition. Your vision is not pending approval from life. It awaits only your consistency. Speak to it now within. Speak not with desperation, but with certainty. Declare it is done and live as though it were. Your imagination is not wishful thinking. It is the only reality. Your assumption, if consistent, becomes the bridge over which your desire walks into the world. Many reach this stage and falter, not because they lack desire, but because they respond too quickly to appearances. They look for signs, they search for proof, but the only proof you need is the inner knowing that you have already claimed it, the strength of belief and persistence. And if you can move through the final stretch as though your prayer were already answered, then the echo must follow the voice. The outer must echo the inner. It is law. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle becoming visible. The thing you want is not coming to you from elsewhere. It emerges from you, molded by your persistent inner conversation, shaped by the feelings you dwell in daily. So, what are you saying to yourself in silence? What mood do you entertain when no one is looking? That is the root of your harvest. And in this final stretch, your mental diet must be sacred. No idle thoughts, no indulgence in doubt, no compromise with fear. You must become one with your vision, married to its reality and feeling, even if the world around you laughs or scoffs or yawns. And it will, for those who walk by imagination, always seem strange to those who live only by facts. But remember this, facts are just the fossilized remains of past beliefs. They are not permanent. They are not truth. They are echoes of old inner talk. The moment you adopt a new assumption, you change the root, and therefore the fruit must follow. Persist. If you had already become what you desire, how would you walk? How would you speak? How would you breathe? What would you allow yourself to expect? This is not made-believe. This is making real. To live from the end is to shift your state, and everything in this universe is state. You do not manifest by effort, but by identification. You become it. You wear it inwardly. You feel it real. And what you feel as real, your subconscious must accept, and what it accepts it out pictures as your world. So do not be deceived by the delay. Delay is not denial. Delay is preparation. It is your higher self ensuring that all elements rise to match the greatness you claim within. And if it seems darkest now, remember the darkest moment always comes just before the dawn. It is a test not from some external deity, but from your own mind. A test of trust, a test of faith, a test of vision.